And what I absolutely hate is whenever I kind of just say no to a Lego set and then it starts growing on me, right? So let's talk about this Pac-Man set. I would love to hear what people have to say in the comment section. The reason why it's growing on me is it's kind of functional. It's a little functional, right? I would say it's about 35% functional, but nevertheless, it is still functional. I am a fan of this little BrickHeads thing that's going on. I think that is really cool. I do like the back and how it opens up because it kind of looks like some of the circuitry to a video game, right? Now, the one thing I honestly don't care about, I could go either way with this, is the woman playing the video game in the back. I'm not sure why that is there. I mean, is it cool? Yes, it's extra parts and stuff, but for me, it's really not needed. But I am going back and forth on this. I don't know, and I'm not necessarily talking about reselling yet. This is growing on me as a collector, and that's how it happens, right? It first grows on me as a collector, and then I start to think, should I buy, you know, 5 or 10 of these? I don't know. So I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, so for those of you that are watching this video the first day it comes out, I really commend you, right? Because typically whenever I have BrickLink videos, they really don't do well. Even I think in the past when I've talked about the BrickLink designer program, but I'm really excited about this video. I have an Excel spreadsheet at the end, which I think will answer a lot of questions that some people have when it comes to purchasing BrickLink designer program sets and reselling them. So if you clicked on a link to watch this, I highly encourage you to go ahead and check it out to the very end to check out the Excel. And real briefly, the time of this recording, we are somewhere around 10, 15 subscribers away from 7,000. If we're not there yet, even if we are, I highly encourage you to like and subscribe to this channel. It really helps us out. All right, so let's take a look at the current BrickLink designer program sets that should be available to sell at the beginning of next year. Now, of course, they have to reach a certain threshold and all that good stuff, but here are the sets right here. We have the Mountain Fortress, we have the Parisian Streets, we have the Old Train Engine Shed, we also have the Snack Shack, and we also have the General Store Wild West. So whenever it comes to the selling portion of these sets, I really did not go on Amazon. I believe at one point in time, these are selling on Amazon. It's really tricky and tough to find any of these on Amazon. I could pretty much figure out why, and I'm sure all of you can as well. So we're on eBay right now, and we are going to use the eBay prices as a guide, which is fine because we have to sell these sets somewhere, right, ladies and gentlemen? And what I did was I went to BrickSet and I just copied the information on each year. There's, I omitted the 2019. I did the 2021, 2022, 2023, and that's what we're going with. And just like that, we are at the Excel spreadsheets right now, and I have 5 of the BrickLink sets per each year, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So the first year in 2021, you have the castle, you have the great fishing boat, you have the sheriff's safe, you have that bird, and you have the pursuit of flight, right? These are all of the return on investment percentages on eBay. Now, I would like to ask you as a reseller, what do you think of these return on investment percentages? Now, keep in mind, this is eBay, right? So it's not terrible. If this was Amazon, the ROI percentage would probably be maybe 30-35% higher, right? Now, the problem with purchasing these sets, well, there's many problems, and I'm really not trying to dog these sets. I think these sets are, you know, a blue chip stock, if you want to call it. But the problem with these sets are you really can't get them at a discount. You can't cash in VIP points for this. You can't use your Barnes & Noble membership card and save 10% and all that other stuff. It is what it is, right? And at the bottom right here, I do have the average. Well, why do you have the average, Jim? Well, because since there's only 5 sets and there are quantity limits, is it a good idea to play the field? I think so. Now, we will talk about the hold times for these sets, not that far from now. So again, you see 2021, you have the average price at $98 and change and the average ROI at 132%. When you go over to 2022, interesting, right? You have a lower return on investment and you also have a higher regular retail price average. Now, right here, I don't see any red flags at all, right? I think, again, if you were to sell this on Amazon, you would have between a 30 to 35% higher ROI, right? And as we've talked about many times in the past, the higher the dollar value, the lower ROI you will eventually have, which isn't the worst thing in the world. Just because you're having a lower ROI for the higher dollar sets, that doesn't mean you're going to have a lower dollar value. As a matter matter of fact, it will probably mean you will have a higher dollar value, right? So all of this information is interesting. You have the Venetia houses right here. Retail price on that is $289. Oh my gosh. But the thing about it is your ROI is 81%. Not terrible. I really think when you look at 2022 and 2021 that it kind of evens out just because you have a higher price and you have a lower ROI. I really don't believe, in my opinion, that because the hold times for the 2021 sets are a year longer, it's 12 months longer, is a factor whenever it comes to the return on investment. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the 2023 sets. Now this is very interesting. When you go back to 2022, you'll see that it has a $188 average price. When you go to 2023, you will see that it has a much higher average price of $259 and change. And again, for this model, we are going to try and play the field as best as we can. Now you will see a lower return on investment right here. Again, if this was Amazon, you would probably see maybe 125% ROI, something like that. And these sets have been released only for a short amount of time, right? There's already a limited supply on the BrickLink Designer program, and the supply is still, if you want to say, good when it comes to eBay. As we get closer to Q4, in my opinion, you will probably see a higher ROI, which is of course what we want to have. So getting back to 2021, you do see if you were to sell it now, you would have an eBay ROI of 132%. If you did the 2022, you would have an eBay ROI of 108%. The reason why I'm mentioning that is because I want to ask all of you is, when would you sell these 2023 sets? Well, if it were me, I would probably sell these sets somewhere around December, right? So let's say that the 2023 BrickLink Designer Program sets sell somewhere around this December for 110% ROI. My question to you is, do you pull the trigger? Well, if it were me, I absolutely would. And the reason why that is because I, of course, want to free up as much capital as I can. I need to ask myself the question, is it worth selling at 110% ROI, or should I wait another 10-11 months and sell that at 130% ROI? Is it really worth it, that extra 20%? Personally, I don't think it is. In my opinion, I want to get out. I want to buy more retired sets that are drying up quick this upcoming December, right? Maybe there's some Disney 100 sets. Maybe there's, you know, who knows what sets are out there that will be in limited quantity. Maybe it's the Brickhead Wally sets. So the purpose of this video was to show you what the performance of these sets have done, because I don't think that there's a single YouTube video out there that talks about all 15 sets and how they perform, right? I know whenever there's an announcement for the BrickLink Designer Program, there's a lot of mania and everybody wants to grab them, but they really don't do the due diligence. I think it's safe to say that these sets will go up in value, but I think it's beneficial for everybody, including myself, to see the numbers and look at it just plainly black and white and see if these sets are a good investment. Because here's the deal, I've said this earlier, these are kind of blue chip stocks, right? These are stocks that will make you a lot of money, but there are also sets out there that are retiring this year that will probably go up to over 200% ROI. Not a lot, but there will be some. So you need to ask yourself, is it really worth purchasing these BrickLink Designer Program sets for resale? Or maybe you should just buy one or two as a collector or as a gift or something like that, and focus on other sets that you know will do gangbusters and have a higher return on investment than any of the sets in the BrickLink Design Program. That's it, friends. Hope you enjoyed the video. As always, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Once again, I'm Jim with WolfforBricks.com. Always go out there and get it.